has gone up.
Yes.
Scoring high on daily basis.
You see,
What can we do to stop this?
it will keep rising because this has been the business of the elites and so many young Nigerians for the past 3 years to 4 years. Okay, this started immediately after the COVID-19 when everybody started, embracing the Japa syndrome. Right? When people started embracing Japa syndrome, people now saw the opportunity of that lacuna, of that white margin between the dollar at the parallel markets and the official markets. Okay, so this is how it started. People who want to travel to Dubai, who have got the visa, but they don't have tickets, right? So there are some guys who are into dollar racketeering. All they do is they'll go to online, they post it that anybody who intends to travel to Dubai and doesn't have the money for ticket, that they will pay for him. All right. So when the person now shows interest, they will apply in his name for PTA, and that PTA you get $4,000. Right. So when they get $4,000, what these guys do, the sponsors of the ticket, what they will do is they will collect the PTA, they will take it to the black market, sell at the rate of 670 to 700, while the official market rate is 450. And having done that, they recoup that. Now you do the calculation: 250 times 4,000, right? That is almost one, if not more than 1 million, right? Now, the ticket fee to Dubai is around 300,000. They give the guy the ticket fee, and they keep the remaining. And this is how it escalated. So many people so manufacturers also got into this. People were collecting PTA who were collecting like 10,000 and thereabout. So some people could round trip like 5 times a week. They make nothing less than 20 million without even lifting the pen, without paying anybody any salary. Now, this administration came on board trying to close that gap. Now, guys have shifted into crypto. All right? They have shifted to crypto whereby they can speculate. If the dollar is rising, it simply means that people are demanding dollar for production. But our production is not increasing. Or has it increased? It is not increasing. If your dollar is rising, it simply means people are demanding for this FX to us to import input for production. But that's not the case. Or people are importing all these goods for items that we don't have. But that's not the case. Are you with me? So, because the rate at which it is increasing on a daily basis, it is clear that people will go on Binance, they will go on different P2P platforms like Remitano, Paxful, all these crypto diseases. I was into crypto at the time. I just decided to stop, right? Because I just didn't want something that was too easy, right? I believe like in a full enterprise. So this is what these guys are doing, and we can see that the government is now trying to clamp down on Binance. Well, I am not fully in support of it. They have to be more creative. But the point is this: the dollar will keep rising because people are not ready to be productive, right from the state governors, the local government chairmen, the people, then the federal government. If the state governors all have the same mindset that yes, we can be productive. So many people can be productive in yam. So many states can be productive in maize. So many states can be productive in rice, right? And don't get it twisted. In all these days that are probably going through insurgency, they still have massive areas of land that can be cultivated. Okay? But yes, the state governors are docile. The people themselves are not ready to farm. Yesterday I was on a bike. All these Aboki guys, I think around 8 o'clock, I had to go somewhere. So I saw there were like 40 of them, all Aboki. If you go to Agba now, you see that majority of them are Hausas, right? And these are people whom you ordinarily know that usually farm, right?
Do you also have farm lands?
I do. I think I've said that before. I have a plot of land where I have plantain on it. Yes, in Igbesa, there in Ogun State. So, but what am I trying to say is, all these guys who farm ordinarily, who usually stay in the north, they've all migrated down here to Lagos State and neighboring states that are close to Lagos State. Some of them migrated to Port Harcourt. And you know what they are doing? They are all in transportation. Most of them are now in Okada business. Some of them are now in Keke Marwa business. And this farm cannot farm itself. The governors must understand that they need to go back into farm intervention. They need to go back into investment in the agriculture. They need to build a farming ecosystem whereby they invest in the farmers, they be a part of their off-takers. We can have what we call state commodity board. The federal government is not stopping them, right? They will guarantee the farmers that they will off-take. They can go into partnership with other states, just as we have lake rice. But you see, provided that our state governors are not ready, the only remedy the federal government has for that dollar not to keep rising as of today, that can give us a quick win, is to go and borrow to defend the naira. I am not a proponent of defending the naira in any way, right? But what everybody has now seen is whether you be supporter of Atiku, whether you be supporter of Abure, the corruption infested party.
Okay.
The question is they all wanted to take off subsidy, but the situation is Nigerians as a whole only wanted it to go, but they are not mentally ready for it. There's a difference between you say it and then you are mentally ready for it. Nigerians as a whole are not mentally ready for subsidy removal. However, they all wanted it to go because everybody supported all the candidates that wanted subsidy gone. I think about only 2 candidates said subsidy will not go. I think Sowore and Konkoso. Why every other candidate said subsidy will go. But look at the impact. We are not mentally ready. We only said it. We only listened to what the politicians said, thinking that Nigeria will overnight become a paradise if subsidies will go. But however, the hardship has, probably changed many people's mind. Many people will say that let that subsidy come back. You could recall when people were celebrating when subsidy was actually lifted. People were celebrating that, hey, look at Cameroon. Oh, so it was Cameroon. So it is Benin. You could recall.
Nigeria never
But
knew that.
But in reality, Nigerians are not, because if you say something should go, all of us must be freaking ready to actually push for aggressive farming. That's it. But many people today, let me tell you, the saddest thing.
As this administration puts measures in place to cushion the effect,
Mr. Mike,
and the measures
Mr.
that were
Mike,
put in
Mr.
place,
Mike,
did they get to the
Mr. Mike,
vulnerable,
Mr. Mike,
the
one,
affected?
if you want to be objective, if the federal government gave the state governors 2 billion for food intervention, the question is, you still have nothing less than 60 to 70% of those governors that have not done anything.
That's what I'm saying. That
Wait,
get to the right
I need
people.
you to understand that is not the fault of the federal government. No.
But we still blame the federal
No,
government.
yes, because everybody does. Because Nigerians would love to go for the easy target. I have said that our own clock, the quagmire in our democracy, our National Assembly and our State Assembly. I have said that.
Are we to blame Nigerians for the failure of the government to do the needful?
Our failure to understand.
Providing measures.
Our failure to understand. Mr. Mike. Our failure to understand how this democracy works and how to hold these guys accountable with everything that we've got is our own problem. We have a role to play in democracy. When there was a little hike in price in UK, in France, you saw what those people did. You saw what they did, right? In Nigeria today, we've had inflation increase to about 5 to 6, 7% in the last 9 months. People are failing to go out. As a matter of fact, some are saying they will not go. Some are saying they will go. Right now, if you go out, if you protest aggressively, when he yields the result, who enjoys it? It is you, the people. In Plateau, in Zamfara, why has there never been a time whereby they protest that the governor must rise to the occasion to fight insecurity? We saw a brief protest in Plateau State, right? We saw a massive protest in Ekiti State. And those guys have been apprehended. You think if Boko Haram come to Lagos now today and they just kill about 50 people, you think Lagosians will not protest? They will protest against it, and someone will be start. In fact, he will have no choice than to rise to the occasion. Why are people in Sokoto, in Zamfara, in Katsina, why are they helpless? Why are they not rising up for the occasion? If we say that we are practicing federalism, I mean, if we say that we copied what America is doing, look at what the Texas governor is doing to secure. Biden is saying that he's not going to close the border, right? Until recently. But before he agreed, the Texas governor took it on himself to build a state border inward inside the state. But listen, when we see all these things in Nigeria, because our governors are clueless, all our governors are daft. These people are brain dead.
Me, because of our time, are you ready for the showdown? 27th and 28th of February.
That's the NLC
NLC
protest.
Are you ready? Are you bracing up?
The NLC protest, I will not join it. But I will join any protest that has nothing to do with Joe Ajero. Certainly. Okay? I have been protesting online. As a matter of fact, we are trying to organize ourselves, some youths in Ifakoja, we are trying to organize ourselves to go out for a peaceful protest. But anything that has to do with Joe Ajero, because I know Joe Ajero is partisan. I know Joe Ajero is not coming clean. Right? Because let me tell you why I say that. Joe Ajero was on the table of negotiation with the federal government on these measures that were to be implemented. Why is it that Ajero, okay, because Ajero owes the people a responsibility to give them, if not a weekly report, a monthly report of how far they've gone. Since they signed that agreement, since, if I'm not mistaken, I think since October, how many times has Ajero come out to call out the governors, the president? He only came out just now that 5 months is time. You people have not done it. Listen, Ajero must understand that he has a duty to follow up if these guys are doing anything. If the federal government has promised you 100 buses, you must go to those places that they intend to. Okay, what are you guys doing? Call those guys, then give us a press memo. If the federal government is failing to communicate, you be transparent. So that people will see that, yes, you are doing this for the very good cause. If I tell you, Mr. Mike, in the next 6 months, I want to give you 1 million, right? You don't wait until 6 months before you keep updating with me. Maybe in the next 2 months, you only call me, bros, how far? How you doing? You say, I doesn't matter. And then please, I hope you did not forget 6 months. And that's it. You keep reminding me, right? Ajero doesn't do that. He doesn't do that. He doesn't. So for me, I think Ajero, he has lost his viability. I think he has even lost his importance and relevance. But if anybody wants to join him, so be it.
What of these
That's
civil
best of luck.
society organizations,
Every civil society.
Can they also?
No. The civil society organization is also, Labor Union is a representative of civil society organization, of course. Anybody that wants to join them can join them. I am not stopping anybody from joining them, right? But I will not join them because the way Joe Ajero has handled this matter, he hasn't done it like a matured Labor Union leader, unfortunately for you. So that's for me on that part.
Thank you so much. We need to go on the program.